Magic Money Gang. We love casting spells.
Hey guys, welcome to my channel. It's your girl Crystal. So today I'm going to be giving y'all some, this is going to be more of a serious video than my last video. If you haven't seen my last video, go ahead and check it out. But it's going to be a lot more serious than my last video. Today I'm going to be giving y'all some harsh truths that you need to hear about college. Yeah, this is coming from a junior. I'm a junior in college myself. I've been here for 3 years now, so I feel like I got the ropes a little bit. So yeah, hope you enjoy. Okay, let's get right into it. And don't get in the comments with my hair. You saw what the ending result looked like. Please trust the process. Just trust the process. Okay, so get into it. The first harsh truth about college that, you know, that a lot of people don't tell you is college is really what you make of it. Like, your college experience depends heavily on you. Like, if you're gonna be somebody who, like, you want to come to college and make a lot of friends, but you just sit in your dorm all day, and then you complain like, oh, college is what I expected. It is what you expected. It's just you're not putting in that effort. Now, I'm not saying you got to be the most outgoing person there is, because, like, I mean, I'm not. You know what I'm saying? But you still have to have some level of, like, outgoingness a little bit. You fake the funk just a little bit. You have to, if you want to make friends, that's what you have to do. There's really no way around it. And I know it's hard. Like, you ain't got to tell me it's hard. I know. As an introvert myself, I know. I know, y'all, it's hard. But you got to do it. Another harsh truth that's probably controversial, honestly, but I'm going to say it anyway. You're not finding the love of your life in college. I'm sorry. At least not your freshman year. You're not. You're just not. Like, we have to be realistic. You know how they were in high school, how these people that was around you acted, how most of them kind of just weren't just shit, and everybody like, oh, you're not going to find them in high school. You probably won't find them in college either, honestly, because really, at least at my university, it's like a lot of people have not matured, especially your freshman year. People are still going to act like high schoolers. I mean, we just graduated. So don't expect too much. Here's another harsh truth. You do not need to bust a fit every day. Like, seriously, please don't. Like, it's so, like, I mean, if you want to, kudos to you, but you won't be doing that as the years progress in college. Like, y'all, college is hard. It's not easy, and sitting here trying to dress to impress every single day, you're just making it hard on yourself for no reason. You don't need to do that. Like, literally, most of the college students you'll come across after that first week, because, I mean, everybody dressed to impress that first week. You got to drip or drown, I guess, but most college students you come across, they literally will be, like, in pajamas, sweatpants, etc., etc. Yeah, so, like, I mean, honestly, though, I guess it depends on what school you go to, because HBCUs take that seriously. I go to a PWI, and that brings me to my next one. Y'all, when they say PWI, they mean it, y'all. They not playing. Hey, you're gonna experience some culture shocks if you are a black person and you go to a PWI. You're gonna experience some culture shocks. It's bound to happen. That's another harsh truth. Racism is low-key inevitable at some of these PWIs. Not all the time. I haven't really experienced that much. Definitely some microaggressions for sure. But as far as, like, blatant racism to my face, no, I have not. I have yet to experience it. Another harsh truth that might be controversial to my YouTube girlies and TikTok girlies: you don't need that iPad. You don't fucking need it. I mean, personally, I have an iPad. Unless your major is like a big note-taking major, like maybe if you're a nursing major, I can see the appeal because they take a lot of notes. Like a health major, health majors take a lot of notes. But if you're like me and you're in the tech field, tech is more of a hands-on type of thing. It's not really like a note-taking type of thing. I mean, definitely take notes. Definitely take notes, but not as much as you think. Here's another harsh truth. Skipping class isn't cool. Like, in high school, that was cool. Like, you know, skipping class, you cute. Like, I ain't gonna lie, I did it. I skipped class in high school. You know, shame on me for having fun. But that won't slide in college. Most of the time, if not all of the time, especially if you're in a health related field, your attendance is a grade. Like, it's not, I'm gonna miss all of this week and it'll be fine because I just do the assignments at home. No. Your attendance is a grade. They're gonna grade you on that attendance. That's something you need to learn within the first week of your classes. Is attendance graded? Because that's very crucial. Me, I didn't realize how bad it was, me skipping this one class, and I went from 98 to 71. Here's another harsh truth. College is not for everybody, and there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with college not being for everybody. Like, literally, and you'll be able to tell if it's for you or not, usually within the first semester. And another thing, before you try dropping out, maybe try switching your major, because that could be the reason why you're not feeling it right now. Because I know that's why I wasn't feeling it. I used to be a computer science major, and I switched to cybersecurity, and I like it a lot more. It could just be your major that you don't like. So don't necessarily drop out immediately. Give it the semester. If you don't like the major, switch the major. And if you're still not feeling it, maybe you should consider looking at other stuff. Here's another harsh truth. Wow, there's nothing wrong with, you know, having a little fun and seeing different people and all that good stuff. Make sure you're being protected. Like, yeah, it was a little prevalent in high school, like STDs and all that stuff. It's serious in college. It happens as a spread very quickly. So if you're gonna do something, make sure you're protected, because the last thing you want is to catch something that stays with you for the rest of your life just because you didn't put a condom on. Another harsh truth is, you know how in high school you would beef with somebody and like you would fight them or something? No, that's not happening here. Don't fight people here at college. You will get kicked out. Like, most colleges have like a 3-strike type of thing, where the first strike is like a warning, the second is like you take a class or something like that, and then the third they kick you out. So like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they take things very seriously in college. Please be like mindful of some of the dumb ass shit you're doing, because somebody can easily report you and you can get in trouble for it. Another thing, a harsh truth. I know we all scream, C's get degrees, C's get degrees, but if you're somebody that's on the scholarship track like me, that pays for your schooling, C's don't get degrees, y'all. You can only get so much before your scholarship is gone. Seriously. Like, literally, like, when you get your financial aid and you see your scholarships, make sure you really read what's like the things on there, because they usually require you to maintain a GPA of some sort and to pass classes a certain way. So make sure you pay attention to that, because sometimes C's don't get degrees, y'all. Another harsh truth. Those friends you made in the first few weeks of college are probably not going to be your friends for too long. And that's okay. Like, people come and go, honestly. Like, those people you meet during orientation, when they're trying to help all the new students get used to being on campus, you probably won't talk to them again. Like, honestly, like, I made friends out of my orientation group, and I was convinced that these are the people I was going to hang out for the rest of the year. I think I hung out with them for 2 weeks, and then I ended up making more different friends, and, you know, that's how it ends up happening. You end up making friends from your classes, from the people that live on your floor. If you're staying on campus, you make friends from different social media platforms. Somebody might come up to you in the dining hall and all that, which leads me to segue into my next. I know in high school, like, maybe eat alone was considered lame or whatever, but this is college. There's no way you're going to be able to eat with your friends all of the time, because everybody has different schedules. Everybody have different classes at different times. 9 times out of 10, you're going to have to eventually eat alone. And don't have yourself starving because you're so scared to eat alone. I promise you, nobody cares. Nobody cares. Like, I eat alone a lot of the time because my friends and I have a very different class schedules and work schedules. And that's just what it is. You're going to have to eat alone. I'm sorry. Another harsh truth that you probably don't want to hear is those high school friends you have, you're probably going to lose a lot of them. I'm not going to lie. It's very hard to keep in touch with people back home. especially when you're making a bunch of new friends. So like, unless you're actively trying to reach out and they're actively trying to reach out, it's gonna fizzle. And that's okay. That's okay. High school is like a blimp in your life. You have so much more life after that, and it's okay to lose those friends. It's fine. Another harsh truth is a lot of those videos you see here on YouTube where it's like things you need to bring to college, and it ain't like a million things. Half of that shit you won't use. Please only bring things that you know you will actually use. Like, if you know you're not actually gonna use stuff like that, like if you've never used an iron before, what makes you think you're gonna suddenly use it in college? Be so for real. Like, you're not gonna use it. So bring things that you as a person actually use all the time. One thing I would say though you need to bring, and if you don't really think you could need to bring it, is medicine. Please bring some type of flu medicine. Freshman year, you get used to it as the years goes by. I'm a junior now, but that frat flu is a real thing, and it spreads because like you're surrounded by so many different people. There's so much going on, so many people, so many germs. It's a real thing. Bring some type of medicine. Any type of medicine would do. And you'll see exactly what I mean after the first 2 weeks of your semester. You'll be like, why is everybody sick? Yeah, that's why. Another harsh truth. You probably won't be best friends with your roommate. And that's perfectly fine. I'm someone that's never had a roommate before because I've always chose to get a single dorm. If you're able to get a single dorm, but you know you don't like interact with people, you like your alone time, get a single dorm if you can. But if not, hey, you don't have to be best friends with your roommate. Like, as long as they're a good roommate and y'all get along together enough to live in the same space independently, there's nothing wrong with that. Like you don't have to make a mountain out of a molehill because your roommate not who you thought she was gonna be, or who you thought he was gonna be, because they act a little different than what you're used to. That's just what it is. They probably think the same thing about you. It's life. Here's another harsh truth. Not really harsh to be honest, but those horror stories your high school teachers told you, like, oh, this won't slide in college because this, that. 9 times out of 10, it probably would, honestly. It really depends on your professor. There's this website called ratemyprofessor.com. Make sure you look into that before you pick your classes and see what professor you're actually picking. Because usually 9 times out of 10, there's a review on there from them, like, oh, they were good, or oh, that was terrible. That will really save your life. I'm not gonna lie. It really will. Sometimes you don't get a choice with who your professor is, but at least it gives you a fair warning on what you're walking into, you know? There's another harsh truth. You will not like the dining hall food. As the years go by, like, it's first when you get there, it's like, oh my gosh, all these different food options. I can eat all the time, every day. You know? But as the months go by, you start to get sick of eating the same shit. Like, honestly, I'm so sick of eating a cheeseburger, it's killing me. But literally, you get used to it. You got no choice but to get used to it because that's what you have to eat here. So, hey, it is what it is. Dining hall swipes are not endless, guys. Please pay attention to your meal plan and how many swipes you get per day or like per week. Mine's is on a weekly basis. Please pay attention to that, because when you run out of credits to eat, you'll know what hunger is. All those things you see when college students be hungry, it's probably because they ate too much in there and didn't like pay attention to that. And now they're starving. So please pay attention to that, please. Here's another harsh truth. If you go to a party and you don't know how you're getting home, you should not be drinking. You shouldn't be drinking, I'm sorry. Or if you're planning on drinking and then drinking a lot and then driving, no, that's not okay. Drinking and driving is not okay, guys. Like, it's not cute. It's never gonna be cute. Like, I don't know, but don't do that. Like, seriously. I'm gonna give y'all 2 more harsh truths and then we gonna call it one. So, another harsh truth. Some majors are harder than others, guys. It is what it is. We all know it. Like, we all know that. That's like common sense, I feel like. You won't be experiencing the same level of like panic being no slander, being a history major versus being like in the medical field. Like, it's not gonna be on the same level. And like, when it come down to that, is that if that's a problem for you, you like, oh, I wish the course level was easier, maybe you should consider switching majors. Like, You know, like maybe this major isn't for you. You know what I'm saying? The last harsh truth, and I'm gonna look at you. I'm gonna look at you when I say that. You need to have some type, any type of interest in the major you're pursuing, or you will not, it would not be an enjoyable experience for you. Like, seriously, like, yeah, like a lot of us who come from, you know, poverty or whatever, we're coming to, you know, get a career that make us a lot of money. I understand that. I'm the same way, but you gotta have some type of interest in whatever you're pursuing, or it would be so hard to get through everything. Like, seriously, super hard. So make sure you have some type of level of varying, like, interest in it. That way it's easier to push through. Cause like, would cybersecurity be my first choice and major? No. But is it gonna make me a lot of money? Yeah. And do I have a little interest in it? Yeah. So it works. Oh, I said that was gonna be my last harsh truth, but I'm gonna give y'all maybe another two, because my lashes don't look right and I gotta fix them. So I might as well give y'all some more advice. Here's another harsh truth. Some people in college are gonna be very, very pretty, very handsome, all that, and it might make you look at yourself like, dang, what am I, chopped liver, you know? And it's okay to feel like that, but don't let that, like, we all look good. Like, okay, like, everybody looks good. Everybody looks good in their own little way. Everybody is attractive. So I just feel like you shouldn't like comparison like make you be like, oh dang, I'm not that attractive because this they look like this and I look. No, don't do that. Ooh. Another thing, heavy on the don't. Do not sit here and let jealousy eat you up seeing how other people live, because I'm not gonna lie, it's gonna be a lot of people here that don't come from the same circumstances as you. They might be way more well off, or who knows, whatever they got going on that you want, and you never thought somebody would just casually have that they have. Don't let that like stop you from doing what you're doing. Some people like that, I realize as well, they don't think they do it on purpose, but it kind of makes you feel less than. And you cannot let that, you know, don't let that get to you, okay? Everybody comes from different backgrounds, and it is what it is, but at the end of the day, we all here for an education now. None of that matters anymore. Of course, naturally, it still matters in the real world. But here, no. Like, just do what you came to do. Don't worry about nobody else. Don't worry about the fact that she got a yacht and you ain't got no yacht, and her family paid for all her tuition. Like, don't worry about that. That ain't got nothing to do with you. And ending this video off, I am going to reiterate what I started the video with. College is, at the end of the day, what you make of it. It could be everything. It could be nothing. It's everything what you make of it. Before I came to college, my plan was I didn't even care to make friends, to be honest with you. I didn't care to make friends. That was what I was here for. I was here for the education, and I just made that along the way. But whatever you're coming to college for, it's everything that you make it. It's going to be hard if you don't study. It's going to be boring if you don't get out of your dorm and do something and participate in different events around campus. It's going to feel lonely if you just sit in your dorm all day. You get what I'm saying? Like, it's going to feel scary if you let that fear stop you from doing what you need to do. You get what I'm saying? It's all about what you're doing that makes it what it needs to be. Okay, so I hope that helped, and